It was an exciting moment for the people of Baijiu village. After almost 5 years, bullfighting has finally returned. The event attracted over 10,000 people, and not only people from Baijiu, but also from nearby villages. Not everyone realizes that behind the scenes, there was a huge international cooperative project aiming to preserve the local ethnic minorities' unique culture.
Bullfighting is a familiar event for the people of Baijiu village, but for the last 5 years it's been just a memory. But thanks to a project called Cultural Mapping here in CongJiang County, bullfighting is now returned to Baijiu village. Welcome to this edition of China Untapped. I'm Mike Beckers.
是吧？那么其他呢，我们这11个村子呢，我们各位在座的记录员也都在做这个工作。所以我们第一个项目呢，就是请大家呢把咱们这个绘图啊，大家互相呢来展示一下都是什么。另外
Wang Xiaowang is the project manager of the CongJiang Cultural Mapping Project. Every 3 months, she flies from Beijing to CongJiang, a remote place which is located in China's southwestern Guizhou province. Today is her 10th time meeting with the local project recorders. All the recorders are selected from the local villages. For the past 2 years, they had been the key force of this project. Among them is Liang Chuankang. He works in local government and volunteers to carry out the project. Project meetings are all hosted by Liang in his own home.
这是什么？这是养鱼。范书记呢，就是带了一个口信，说他们过2天呢，他们村子要搞这个斗牛活动，邀请大家呢一起去参加。那我们这边在座的记录员有空的话呢，都去看一看，啊，很热闹的，应该是，好吧？啊。
Due to its inconvenient traffic access, traveling in CongJiang was not the most pleasant experience. The annual family income here is as low as $200 US, which is far below China's poverty line. While at the same time, CongJiang also accommodates various Chinese minority groups and bears rich ethnic cultural traditions. In April 2009, the United Nations Educational, Science and Cultural Organization, known as UNESCO, introduced the Cultural Mapping Project here in CongJiang. Unlike other entities, UNESCO involves local villagers to document their own culture. Digital cameras, handmade maps, modern and traditional tools have all become different effective ways to preserve the culture. The project will conclude in October 2011.
Hey, 你好，张老师，啊，你好，你好。哦，我给你介绍一下，哦，这就是我们CongJiang文化绘图的那个记录员滚水哥。
是我们这个村的嘎沙这个
村的民族的。你好，你好。这是那个上海电视台的。主持人对，麦克先生，对，麦克先生，你好，这个是王老师。
你好，你好，你好，你干嘛？这是在？
我们在迎接在等客人，今天不是有个团队嘛，然后我们就大家都在这里等那个团队，我们在这里迎宾，等。
Biasha is started its tourism industry over 15 years ago. As an icon or symbol of this village, all men over the age of 15 carry a musket and machete with them. Nowadays, it's a selling point and major attraction for tourists. Today, a tourist group will visit the village. Shui Ge and his friends got up very early this morning and have been waiting here almost 2 hours just to greet the group.
那么在边沙这里呢，鸣枪它有2层含义。第一层含义呢，就是为各位远道而来的贵客接风洗尘，迎来幸福安康。
Many young people leave the village for work or career opportunities in larger cities. Shui Ge once worked in a supermarket in the coastal Guangdong province, but 3 years ago, he chose to return and work in the village as part of the acting and performance team. This team of locals has a set of performances, which they perform for tourist groups visiting the village. But not all the local villagers understand the meaning of these performances. After the performance, the team is paid by the travel agency. Each performance is 600 RMB. That's approximately $80. Today, they had 2 performances.
然后还要看什么手续哈？
那个数据就是我们每个月每一天接待的团队，然后收到那表演费都要提成10%给村民的，都要有那个为证的。
不错不错。然后就是平均每个月大概能表演几次？
就是每个月就是一天也有1、2场的，但是也有些天呢，基本上有6场的。北京的呢？
拿了多少钱？50多块哈。
对。
啊，那我们就去你家看看吧。
好的。
好，先那你领着路啊。
好的。
好。
The northern side of the mountain is where most Biasha villagers live. Life here is simple and has had little contact with the outside world. Both for me and the villagers, this is reality.
就这儿哈。哦。哎，你爸爸哈？哎呦。好。好，我这边哈。啊，你好，孩子真漂亮，多大了？2个月了哈。 哎呦，长得真漂亮。
Shui Ge was married last year, but as tradition of the Miao minority, he still lives with his parents and elder brother. Life here remains simple and untouched.
这样子哈。好。好的。好。
对，你再给汤也喝，尽量它不能松手。
好。那我们上2楼看看吧。 啊，那这是2楼哈。啊，你们住的？
都是我们住的。
住在这个房间里。总共是几间？
总共有4间。
4间哈。哎，这是你拍的那个照片吧？就是。
哦，这个对，这个就是我拍我们这个寨上的那个全景，然后就拍过来的。
The photo on this calendar is some of Shui Ge's personal work. It is a calendar that only belongs to the Biasha people, but also marks all of the important festivals of the Miao minority. Each household gets a copy, and for the first time, they have a calendar that is made by their own people.
哎呀，这个图片拍出来效果真的很漂亮的。
这张就是我参加这个文化绘图之后照的，
就那个活动。哦，那就前2年的事情。
对。
相机拿好了。
对，这个是我们做记录的那个相机。
我看。
As a recorder of the CongJiang Cultural Mapping Project, Shui Ge was given a digital camera to document the unique culture of his village.
这2位是谁？
这个就是我们标沙的新娘。对。
Different from the traditional ways, experts had limited participation in this project. UNESCO encourages the local villagers to document and present their own culture.
刚开始做这个工作的时候，有没有遇到一些什么困难或者一些什么情况？
说到困难，其实也挺多的，也是我印象最深的一次。就是去年的就是3、4月份这样吧，去举行一个求雨活动，然后我跟那个村长说了，我们一起去拍的，然后在里面呢，有一些人呢，他们可能误解了还是怎么回事，他们就不让我们进去，把我们赶了回来。我觉得是一件非常遗憾的事。
Now almost 2 years have passed. Shui Ge told me more and more people are starting to understand his job as a project recorder.
像我这种年龄段的人都很少有人留在巴沙，但是我留了下来。在这巴沙也需要我们这些年轻人传承我们这种文化，因为我们这种文化是没有那种文字记载的，我们苗族根本就没有文字记载，都是一代传给一代的。对。这张就是我就是画我们巴沙的这个地形图。
The calendar is just a tiny part of his project. Shui Ge is also drawing a map of Biasha, not only graphically, but also culturally.
大营坡新寨，这边是王家寨。
那这个绿色的这个圈是代表什么？
代表水井。
水井。
代表水井。对。
然后这个黑色的这个是代表什么？
黑色的这个就神秘了。有人过世了之后，我们就会抬着那个死人往这条路往这边走。
举行葬礼的时候是吧？
葬礼走人的人，在我们巴沙就称为轨道。
轨道。
对。
这样的。那你说就是偶尔会打猎。
Although Biasha's tourism was developed in the early 1990s, agriculture still remains the main source of income for villagers. Life is still not easy for Shui Ge, but after my conversation with Shui Ge, I began to realize that for many people here, simplicity equals happiness. Much like the calendar on their wall, for them, cultural preservation is also something of simplicity. For the CongJiang Cultural Mapping Project, 11 villages were selected as sites to carry out the project.